Hello everyone and welcome to my first video. My name is Ben Coxon and I'm a registered psychologist within the province of Alberta. This video is for education and relaxation purposes only, not intended as a substitute for professional psychological or medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you're experiencing significant mental health concerns, please consult a licensed professional, or if you have a history of mental health concerns, please consider consulting a licensed professional before engaging in hypnotherapy, especially around dissociation or psychosis. This video does not establish any therapeutic relationship. This is not therapy. This is simply just relaxation and training our brain. This video does not treat or cure any diagnosis, and hypnosis should complement, not replace, professional mental health and psychological advice. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing for more guided relaxation and educational content. If you have any ideas on something that you would like to see next, leave a comment below. Also, if you would like to support, I have a book called The Dance of a Windmill. It is a fictional book. It has nothing to do at all with psychology. I wrote it long before I became a psychologist. Lastly, by using this video, you are responsible for your own mental health and physical well-being. Do not listen to this while you're driving or engage in activities requiring full alertness. You get to decide when this is right for you. All right, so on to the hypnotherapy. Please find a place to sit or lay down. If you have glasses, feel free to leave them on, take them off, whatever works for you. Just finding a place to get very, very comfortable, and soon you'll let yourself drift into a very relaxed state without having to think about it, just by allowing yourself to feel that relaxation and also choose that relaxation. No one can choose this relaxation except for you, and all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So just allowing yourself to go to a place in a way that's just right for you. And by practicing this over and over and over again, if you choose, you will find this very helpful. And just finding an object around your room to look at. Maybe something ordinary, maybe something interesting. I recommend whatever you pick. It should be something that stays in one place. An example there might be a candle, or might be something that might flicker or dance around but staying in one place. Something boring, something ordinary, something interesting. Now that you found your object, just starting to connect with that intention to slow down, to focus on peace, to slow down with each heartbeat, allowing your mind to wander with each breath, feeling a sense of deeper, tuning in to tune out. With each eye blink, allowing yourself to slow down the process of your attention, allowing the relaxation to spread like waves, allowing that heaviness of those waves or heavy blanket, allowing that heaviness to spread even to your hands, that heaviness that creates a calming, a lightness of the soul. And soon but not yet, I'll count from 10 to 1, and with each count you can choose to blink. Maybe you can choose to allow your eyelids to close and rest at some time, or perhaps staying shut or choosing to open again, or perhaps your eyes will choose to remain closed in their own way, in their own time, and continuing to stare in that object, very in tune with that intention to slow down, focus on peace, to slow down with each heartbeat, allowing your mind to wander with each breath, feeling a sense of deeper, tuning in to tune out, and with each eye blink, allowing yourself to slow down the processes of your attention, allowing relaxation to spread like waves, choosing to allow that relaxation to spread like waves, or a heavy blanket, allowing that heaviness to even spread into your hands and your feet. Now you're relaxed without having to think about it. Just as a reminder, I'll count down from 10 to 1, and with each count, please blink. You can choose to allow your eyelids to close and rest, or perhaps stay shut or choose to open again. Perhaps your eyes will choose to remain closed in their own way and own time. And I'm just going to start that count now. 10, we're blinking. 9, feeling that shift downwards as you allow it. 8, lots of peace, lots of relaxation. 7, 6, just allowing your mind to wander. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you haven't done so yet, just closing your eyes and enjoying that peace and calm, and once again turning into that attention to feel that heaviness, creating a calm lightness of the soul. And each time you practice this hypnotherapy script, it will become easier and easier to tune into this relaxation. You're now very tuned into this relaxation and very relaxed, very at ease, that topic of peace. And to help you explore this experience, just imagine there's a place in your body that feels a little more peace than the rest. And if you can't find a spot, just make one. There's no right, no wrong way of doing this. In fact, just by doing a nothing, we are still doing something. Just by taking a moment to find this peaceful place in your body and exploring if it has a shape, noticing what shape it might be. Would it be 2-dimensional? Would it be 3-dimensional? Just noticing what you notice and beginning to see the color of the shape if that feels right for you. And just finding a place in your body that contains a little more energy, just noticing where in the body that is. Switching back to that peaceful spot. Now drawing attention to that energetic spot. Once more back to that peaceful spot. Back to that energetic spot. And now your body is tuned in, relaxing. We're going to teach it a new way to calm. You probably are listening to this because you want to bring calm into a new location, like a waiting room, certain bed, or maybe a chair, perhaps standing or sitting or something else. There are 3 steps to creating this peace in more moments. These steps are learned by experiencing a new story, a story of your future experiences of calm. And when I think about calm, I think about a vacation that I went on to the ocean. Perhaps you have been to the ocean and remember the sights and sounds and colors. Perhaps you could remember the feeling of the wind and just that feeling of energy, calm energy. Not nothing, but something. I decided to walk down the beach during the most amazing sunset. I wandered in such a way that I was walking on land and in the water just a little bit. I could feel the ocean waves pull away and return to my feet, first my toes, imagining with my memory that the water is first touching the toes. Notice your toes. Next, the arches under my feet, just imagining the comfortable water moving in slow motion around that mid-foot section, just noticing your feet from the toes to the feet, and lastly up to the heel, noticing your heel. And as I stood there watching the sunset and feeling the waves splash over my feet, I decided to just stand still, doing something by not doing anything at all. The waves seemed to slow down and my senses seemed to focus on something off into the sunset. Like my sight was projecting my consciousness out of my body around the curvature of the earth, chasing the disappearing sun. And then the most strange thing happened, wave by wave, breath by breath. noticing your feelings of breath by breath. I found myself sinking little bit by little bit into the sand, and of course I could step out at any time, but why would I? I felt safe and secure, even though at that moment I just felt the movement of that ocean wave, and noticing the idea of movement but grounding in a conscious effort to stay at peace and to stand in peace. And I'll say that again because that's a beautiful idea. Grounded while feeling the movement. As you go through your day and through your procedures and experiences and exercises, even when you experience the movement, you can choose to stay at peace. Just looking off towards the focus point, like a sunset or an everyday object or something new, just this focus point alone will cause a drifting in consciousness to a new sense of peace. And the next story is a true story. On that same vacation, I sat by my aunt's koi fish pond outdoors, and if you've never seen a koi fish, they're quite massive with bright whites and oranges and stunning dashes of black. As I followed these fish around the pond, I noticed something. I noticed that I could watching one fish slowly, but also tracking multiple fish with my peripheral vision. My vision is not limited to my focus, and in fact yours is not limited to your focus. You can be aware that the main thing that's happening is also spreading out that attentiveness towards other things. The main focus isn't the focus at all. Then something new happened. The rain began to fall. And of course, the slowly falling rain, I was going to go inside, and I noticed something new, one more thing. I could split my focus. The part of awareness is not on the fish and on top of another, on top of the ripples of the water, and by this time the split attention is not moving outwards, but rather on top of each other. You can be aware that the main thing is happening and also spreading that attentiveness towards other things. The main focus isn't the focus at all. Lastly, to focus, we need a distraction. Just starting to create in your mind, in your own very type of way, some sand, noticing what color it is, noticing where it is, what's it in. Nothing else matters other than the fact that you're starting to imagine the sand. And notice the texture, the color, the feeling of it between your fingers. The sand will help us control gravity and sense of pressure in one of your hands, weight in one of your hands, soon but not yet. This force of heaviness and weight in one of your hands will create a very, very, very strong sensation, distraction into peace. Just imagine in this moment that you have this gravity sand in one or both of your hands. Perhaps your hands are upwards or downwards, sideways, whatever the case may be. The mass of this sand will create a feeling of weight in one of your hands. Maybe the right hand that will be affected, maybe the left hand. Just imagining how that heavy gravity sand will feel in your hands. And soon, but not yet, I'll want you to imagine that there's a dial or scale in your mind. 0 representing the lowest gravity feeling, and 10 representing the highest weight and pressure and load you can feel. And I would like you to turn up the gravity by moving that scale or dial in whatever way you want. And every increase in number, feeling more and more heaviness, that heaviness will create a peace and calm, because you are working on creating this peace and calm. You will experience that heaviness, and I will count down from 3 to 1. And when I reach 1, that is your cue to turn up the gravity. So 3, beginning to notice that gravity sand with its feeling, its color, its energy. And 2, getting ready to increase the weight very, very soon. And 1, just now, increasing that weight to a level that's just right for you. Increasing that heaviness with each number, a force of peace, calm, growing with the strength of the pressure and density, growing down to a feeling that's just right for you. I'll stop talking and you can just focus on adjusting that number. Just tuning into your hand and allowing it to be what it is. If you have a physical sensation or not, well done. You have focused very strongly on your hand, and you can feel a strong and capable focus point. When you shift your attention to that heavy hand, you can feel that peace, that calm can grow more and more within you. The more you practice this, the easier it is. Growing in its own time, in its own way, no matter what you do, where you are, who you see, or what you're doing, you have that peace, you have that calm. You can be aware that the main thing is happening and also spreading out that attentionness to other things with each heartbeat, just allowing your mind to wander. With each breath, feeling a sense of deeper, tuning in to tune out, and with each eye blink, allowing yourself to slow down the processes of your attention. And the more you practice heavy hand, the easier and quicker it is to turn this on as needed, no matter where, no matter what. This distraction is a powerful feeling that can allow you to go through anything to have a new place of focus. In the days and weeks and months beyond, you can find yourself in so many more places and situations where you can feel calm and peaceful for out any reason. The things that usually build up energy no longer do, or they build up a different energy. You can notice that peace and realization each day in every way, getting better and better. You're making steps to improve your life, and this is just one step. There'll be evidence in your mood that you're doing better, even when there's no reason for it. As you notice this, you find yourself taking very good care of yourself and very good care of your needs. We're going to count from 5 to 1, and when I reach 1, that is your clue to open up your eyes and come back and have energy and the ability to do whatever you have next in your day. So let's start that now. 5, starting to come back into the room, being aware of our hands and our feet and our fingers and our toes, giving our fingers and our toes a little wiggle. And 4, coming back into the room, lots of energy, being aware of our heartbeat, being aware of our breathing, raising up that energy, raising up that focus. 3, coming back into the room, lots of attention towards the throat, towards the heart, towards the lungs, just moving down the body all the way down to the toes, just sweeping down. 2, coming back, lots of energy, getting ready to open our eyes soon but not yet. And 1, opening up our eyes, lots of energy, ready to go throughout our day.